Price is Right pricing game recap may contain profanity toward the contestants' decision-making in pricing games that can be categorized as either stupid or being misled by the audience that's portrayed as a heel for entertainment purposes only. In reality, Mr. Horgan doesn't show any prejudice toward the contestants based on their gender, their ethnicity, and their intelligence. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the Price is Right pricing game recap for Friday, the 15th of February, 2013. Here are the pricing games that were played today to end the week. Grand Game, Flip Flop, 10 Chances, Bargain Game, aka Barker's Bargain Bar, Cliffhangers, and That's Too Much! Lois, no, not Lois Griffin or Lois Lane, who is from Oak Glen, California, not Oak Glen, as Drew and George thought, and I thought myself, who makes pies at Apple Annie's, was the first contestant. She played Grand Game for a chance to win up to $10,000 in cash. Of course, in Grand Game, you have to start off with just $1, as we all know, and the target price today was $8.50. For her first selection, Lois chose the 16-ounce bag of Diamond of California shelled walnuts. I felt very good on this choice of that being one of the four that was less than $8.50. And Drew revealed the price to be $9.49! Can you believe that? I was in total disbelief! And that was it! Oh my God! Well, let me tell you the four she should have chose. The Icy Hot Medicated Patch was $7.49. The Selsun Blue Moisturizing Shampoo was $7.99. The Liquid Plumber Double Impact Drain Care was $5.99. And the Gold Bond Ultimate Healing Lotion was $7.18. And the other product that was more than $8.50 was the 5-liter party keg of Virgil's Root Beer. Well, I am very flabbergasted on how that went down. However, hard to believe that Lois won $1, and that still is considered a consolation win. In my mind, if Steve Harvey noticed that very evil setup by Mike Richards, I think it would be safe to say that Steve would say this about the show. Yeah, that pretty much would sum it up. Wow. $9.49. Yikes. Alright, Alexandria, who was wearing a shirt that said Adios Amy, referring to her friend Amy, who would be moving to Panama, was the second contestant. She played Flip Flop for a chance to win a 5-piece Summerset Outdoor Living outdoor seating group that includes a 52-inch round counter table, a built-in ice bucket, and 4 cushion bar stools, and a 30-inch Lynx propane gas barbecue grill that has a Pro Sear burner, blue LED control panel lights, integrated ignition system, and a 3-speed dual position rotisserie. All of it modeled by the Marvelous Manuela Arbelaez. The wrong price was $7,958. Alexandria chose to flop to make the price $7,985 instead of flipping to make the price $9,758, and instead of flipping and flopping to make the price $9,785. Personally, I would have flopped myself. And when Drew and Alexandria pressed the button to reveal the actual retail price of the prize package, it was $9,758. She should have flipped. Thought she had it. Really thought she did. Okay, Yasmin was the third contestant. She played 10 chances for a chance to win these 3 prizes. A Cuisinart electric popcorn machine that makes popcorn under 5 minutes. A 42-inch LG LCD HDTV that has triple XD engine technology that improves brightness, contrast, detail, and color. Both the popcorn maker and the HDTV were modeled by Manuela. And a 2013 Hyundai Accent GLS Sedan modeled by the Awesome Amber Lancaster. First off, for the popcorn maker, using the numbers, well, using 2 out of the 3 numbers, which were 5, 0, and 6, Yasmin wrote down $50. That was not it. Then she wrote down $60. And that was correct. She won the popcorn maker in 2 chances. Now on to the HDTV. Using 3 of the 4 numbers, which were 5, 7, 6, and 0, Yasmin first wrote down $760. That was not right. Then she wrote down $750. That was not right. She was up to now chance number 5, but her third chance overall on the TV. She wrote down $670. That was not it. Next she wrote $560. Not it. I don't know why I just nodded like that. I just got the right sound effect instead of the wrong one by mistake. She was now up to chance number 7. She wrote down $675. Obviously that was not right. Next she wrote down $765. No, that wasn't it. Now she was up to chance number 9. For her to have 1 chance, at least, to go for the car, she had to get the price of the HDTV correct here. She wrote down $650. Well, I have to say, that price was much better than the previous 2 she wrote down. The question was it the right price? Yes, it was! So she had 1 chance left, chance number 10, to win the car. Using all 5 numbers, which were 6, 0, 1, 5, and 4, Yasmin wrote down $16,540. We were all hoping for the best. We really wanted a miracle to take place. And when Drew pressed the button to see if $16,540 was correct, we heard, no, she didn't get it. Oh, man. The actual retail price was $16,450. Oh, if only she had reversed the 5 and the 4. Oh, man, that hurts. Oh. Also, if she wasn't, if she had stayed on that 0 rule on the 5th and 6th chances on the TV, she would have had a great chance of getting more than 1 chance for the car. But oh man. However, she did win the popcorn maker and the HDTV, totaling $710, and that's a consolation win. close. Alright, George, no, not George Gray, from Columbus, Ohio, who is a big fan of the Buckeyes, was the fourth contestant. He played Bargain Game, a.k.a. Barker's Bargain Bar, for a chance to win these two prizes. A hot seat chassis racer GTX Pro Racing Simulator that has a 28-inch LCD display and surround sound modeled by the ravishing and pregnant Rachel Reynolds. And an Yves Saint Laurent accessory collection that includes one leather tote, an address book and belt, and a silk wool scarf modeled by Manuela. The racing simulator had a bargain price of $2,623, and the Yves Saint Laurent accessories had a bargain price of $1,389. George believed that the Yves Saint Laurent accessories were the bigger bargain. So we'll go over the racing simulator first, over by Rachel. Bargain price $2,623. Actual retail price $3,423 for a difference of $800. Now to the Yves Saint Laurent accessories by Manuela. Bargain price $1,389. Actual retail price $2,889 for a difference of $1,500. George won both prizes totaling $6,312. Nicely done. Alright, Jordan from Venice, California, where he lives with his wife, was the fifth contestant. He played cliffhangers for a chance to win a trip to Copenhagen, Denmark. That includes a 6-night stay in the deluxe corner room at Bella Sky Comwell Hotel Copenhagen, with daily breakfast and spa entry included, plus a day trip to North Zealand for a guided fairy tale castle tour. Modeled by Manuela at door number 4, a prize worth $8,305. Rachel modeled the 3 small prizes, which were an 8-piece 2-tone kitchen utensil tool set that is made from environmentally friendly bamboo, an ice cream maker that makes 1 pint of ice cream, and a 2-gigabyte Apple iPod Shuffle. Now, first for the kitchen tool set, Jordan believed that it was $25. I mentioned that he has a wife, so that means Jordan's a he, not she, just to let you all know. $25 for the kitchen tool set. Was it $25? No, it was not. And as Hans the mountain climber began to take his journey up the cliff, he stopped on the 4th step. The actual retail price was $21. Good start. Now for the ice cream maker, Jordan believed that it was $31. Was it $31? No, it was not. So now, as Hans began to climb again, carrying on from the 4th step, he stopped on step number 7 as he went up 3 more steps. The actual retail price was $34, a very familiar price. So, $18 was left for Jordan to play with, which meant he could not miss the price of that iPod Shuffle by more than $18. He believed it was $50. Was it $50? No, it was not. So, that iPod Shuffle had to be at least $32, but it could not be more than $68. Those who watch the show regularly, I think we all know what the price of that is. Alright, so as Hans climbed up from the 7th step, he went on to step number 8, and he stopped! Jordan became a winner. The actual retail price was the very familiar price of $49. So, that is $104 in small prizes Jordan won, but most importantly, he won the trip to Copenhagen, Denmark. He won himself $8,409 total in prizes. Finally, Jennifer, who has a baby due in April, was the 6th and final contestant. She claimed that if she made it to the Showcase Showdown, she would name her baby after Drew Carey. She played That's Too Much for a chance to win a 2013 Scion FRS modeled by Manuela. The first price was $21,480. Jennifer kept on going. The second price was $23,891. Jennifer kept on going again. The third price was $25,500. Jennifer went on again. The fourth price was $27,462, and that's where she said, "That's too much!" Sorry I didn't have the think music for that game, but I'll have it the next time it gets played. So, $27,462 is where Jennifer stopped. And when Manuela revealed the actual retail price, it was $24,955. She went one price too many, as the price that was too much was $25,500. Okay. Now to the acknowledgments. According to Ben Mason, he asked, "It just keeps getting worse for Grand Game, doesn't it?" Oh, I'm afraid so. And I quote, "I don't know if Yasmin could come any closer to that car, especially with one chance at it." Was that close? Hans has stayed out of the hospital 14 times out of 15 this season. In other words, Cliffhangers has a 14-1 record this season, and Sylvester Stallone has nothing to do with it. All Cliffhangers needs is 2 more wins, and it'll tie the record for most wins in a season since Drew Carey started hosting. The current record for this era is 16. Only seasons 30 and 31, when Bob Barker was hosting, has had more wins, 18 wins each season. The Showcase winner did a backflip during the show's closing and lost his hat and glasses at the same time. Well, that was actually the Showcase winner's friend. The Showcase was actually in his prize, the car, which I will get to in a minute. But Ben Mason, for that incorrect info about the actual Showcase winner doing the backflip, nothing personal, of course. Now, for I'm 264 sure, he's acknowledged this. George wins a car video game and a pricing game and a car in the Showcase. Sort of like a tale of two cities, only with 2 equally good things. Well, you know what? George can use the racing simulator in his home to pretend he's out on the road, and then whenever he feels like driving, he can take his Jeep that he won in the Showcase. Do his own traveling there. Alright, so we ended the week with 2 pricing games, one in its entirety. They were bargain games, aka Barker's Bargain Bar, and Cliffhangers. And we also gave away a total of $1,001. Lois won $1 in Grand Game, and Alexandria won $1,000 in Showcase Showdown number 1. We also gave away an electric popcorn maker and an HDTV in 10 chances. And for Cliffhangers, those 3 small prizes. So, contestant recognition contestants are Lois for the $1 Grand Game win, Alexandria for winning the $1,000 in Showcase Showdown number 1, Yasmin for her 2 prizes that she won in 10 chances, and the MVPs of The Price is Right are George and Jordan. George won his Showcase, which included Polaroid cameras, such as 16-megapixel digital still cameras that have a 21 times enhanced optical zoom, and 16-megapixel camcorders that have 5 times optical zoom and shoot 1080p HD video. A Samsonite luggage collection set that includes 4 suitcases with spinner wheels and a shoulder bag. The cameras, camcorders, and the luggage were all modeled by Amber. A trip to Missoula, Montana that includes a 5-night stay in a 1-bedroom luxury tent with butler service and all meals at the resort at Pause Up, plus a guided ATV tour modeled by Manuela, and a 2013 Jeep Wrangler Sport 4x4 modeled by Rachel. George bid $28,900 on his showcase. Actual retail price, $41,781, for a difference of $12,881. Pretty expensive showcase, but nonetheless, he won it. He won himself a grand total of $49,193 in prizes on today's show. Great day for him. Really great day. Promotional consideration for the Price is Right Pricing Game recap this week has been provided by Checkmix. We're made to mix. And now for the sponsor spoiler. Next week, the Price is Right Pricing Game recap will be sponsored by Seneca Crispy Apple Chips. Speaking of next week, it's going to be Celebrity Charity Week. Here are the celebrities that will be on TPIR for this year. For Monday, President's Day, February 18th, Nick and Drew Lachey. For Tuesday, February 19th, Nene Leakes. I think she's from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Wednesday, February 20th will be Sharon Osbourne from The Talk, and of course the wife of Ozzy Osbourne. Thursday, February 21st will be Charles Barkley, NBA legend there. And Friday, February 22nd, to end Celebrity Charity Week 2013 will be Demi Lovato. Personally, I think last year's Celebrity Charity Week had better celebrities, but we'll see how much winning will be done here. So, if Bonus Game shows up for next week during Celebrity Charity Week, March 5, 1989 has the recap. Golden Road shows up, I'm 264 Shirt has the recap. The gorgeous Gwendolyn Osborne Smith's return from pregnancy, I don't know if that's really going to happen, but if it does, Sports Guy 528 will do the recap. He is actually scheduled to join me for Charles Barkley's appearance for next Thursday. And Neil Rocks 87 will have the pricing game recap for Rachel's last taped show before her maternity leave. So there you go. Until next week, this is Mr. Horgan reminding you to help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Have a great weekend, everybody.